And nothing.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays through. David, thank you. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for C.J. McCollum.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for Denver, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the two-guard. You talk about the gunslingers in the NBA. Jamal Murray, never afraid to take the bad shot.
Listen, I've never been a shooter, but I play with a lot of shooters. Shooters shoot. In those big moments, that's what he's trained for his whole life. He wants to make it look real good. He hits the rim and make it go splaka kataya.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
The crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly.
Doubled by McCollum. Martin from outside.
Come on.
Good on the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Powell. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive board.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. 13 feet away. And it's rebounded by Covington.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Passes it to Nurkic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. And Shaq, you played an incredible 19 NBA seasons. When you think about the most passionate and most impressive fan base around the league, who stands out?
Well, listen, New York, Boston fans, their passion, their knowledge. Golden State has loyalty through the years of losing. And then you got to go with L.A. They got the gigantic fan base, all the superstars that come, Denzel, Jack Nicholson, Adam Sandler.
What about Portland, like a mid-sized market like Portland, where it's the only game in town?
Well, I never really paid attention to Portland because Portland was a dangerous team. We really had to concentrate, so I wasn't focusing on who was in the stands.
I like that. I like that. Here's Nurkic. Good defense by Jokic.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Powell with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball, and Lillard throws it down.
Now, realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
To the paint, and stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. It's McCollum on the wing. Jokic defending. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And that one's good, Lillard.
The consistency of Lillard with his consistent probing on the defense, he's become Mr. Reliable at a very young age.
Now here's Murray. A 17-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. I mean, bad way to lose a possession.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. 36 seconds left in the first. Down low. Cantor's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Back to Murray. Shoots from the block. Tries from 10. Got a hand on it.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The shot off that time. Excellent D from Cantor. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. It's all tied in Denver. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we... And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know, if somebody going to come after me.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point guard position. Jack, you've played with so many other stars during your career, but talk about some of the incredible role players that were so important for you and the teams you played on.
You know, you like to use the word role players, Kevin. I like to use the word others. Off the top of my head, Giannis Haslam, Robert Horry, Mike Penberthy, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, my main man Horace Grant, and my OGs, Brian Shaw and Gary Payton.
Good names. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Inside, stolen by McGee. Jones against Green. Wide open look here for Murray. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
And we see just about every player in the league trying to shoot the three. Shaq, and if you were playing today, be honest, would you find yourself launching a few?
Yes, and you know what my nickname would be? What? Shakovich. So I did shoot 22 in my career. I made one. That's not a good percentage, but it's good enough because I made one. Probably the one that counted.
Yep.
But really, why shoot threes if no one can stop you?
He's right.
I think
he's right. Why would you?
That's logical.
Yeah, of course.
Rational.
You get fouled, you go to the line, a three-point play. To the middle, here's Simons, and he makes good on the layup. Simons has got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Porter's checked in for Denver. Will Barton comes in for Jamal Murray. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard from deep three-point land. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
A chance now to see the numbers for Millsap. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
And it's off the back rim, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Nuggets trail. Porter outside. Drills the three-pointer. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
You have got to guard Porter as soon as he crosses half court. His range is limitless.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
And Shaq, a pleasure to have you with us. Great to hear your observation as always. I hope you join us again.
I will. Happy to give them anytime. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much.
Man, they really are chomping at the bit to get you back up there.
Yeah, they want you back in the studio.
Nope, I'd rather be here with you guys.
Good. We want you here, too. Chris, you think about Shaq's ability to raise his game under the spotlight. We're seeing him do that as an analyst with us here courtside.
I mean, this is a guy who led the Lakers to 3 consecutive titles, during which he had the highest scoring average for a center in NBA Finals history. I mean, big fella steps up when he's counted on.
Barton kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Covington, and it's Jokic missing. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
To the left wing. Lillard from outside. The shot missing. And it's Denver the other way.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Jokic, that one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Lillard attacking. Here's Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 6 points for Nurkic.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball movement and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Lillard from deep three-point land. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with, and now kicked back to the studio set after his brief tryout. And it's just about time now for the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2-guard position.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Lillard on top. He's covered by Murray.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. They trail by 9 points.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to, but this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Barton finds Jokic. Porter with it. Stolen by McCollum. Now, here's Nurkic. He's got 6. The pass to McCollum. It's Powell on the wing. McCollum against Porter. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Jokic. And it's Green in for Porter. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
For three, Murray, good on the triple. Murray's got 9.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Feeds it to Cantor, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Nuggets trail by 10. Martin with it. Jones covering. And here's Gordon from outside. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 12 points for him.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And Barton throws it down.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Cantor, the pass to Simons. It's McCollum on the wing. Martin defending. Takes a shot at the elbow. Here's Cantor. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Stolen by McCollum. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And then Jones with the jam.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Barton kicks to Gordon. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. From deep. And it's Gordon missing. Trailblazers leading by 12. Pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. He's covered by Murray. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCollum. No good on that one. Great D that time from Green. And it's Gordon penetrating. And that one's good. Barton.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they've struggled as a whole.
For Portland, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting here in the second half. Very strong. It's Jones on the wing. Back to McCollum. Left side, Jones. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 10-point lead. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the 1. Trailblazers leading by 8. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from 3-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And the Trailblazers shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. Back to Powell. Lets it go with the three. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Murray, no good.
And that would have been a big three if he drained it, answering back for the triple at the other end.
Powell kicks to Nurkic, and Cantor wide open. He shoots. Misses the three.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
Here's Jokic. Pulls it from the elbow. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Paul Millsap. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Nurkic. Out to Anthony. Pass to Powell. Nurkic dishes to Powell. And the three off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Let's go. Up again. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Lillard surveying the D. And that one, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 12. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Out to Anthony. Passes it to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Cantor. And the shot falls short this time. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. It's a 10-point game. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. So both teams making some changes here.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard outside. Beyond the arc. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Trailblazers.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
He hung a big number on the scoreboard, and it wasn't just because he was hot. He did it with movement and tenacity.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Jokic with it. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon with the finish.
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Lillard dishes to McCollum. From deep. And it's Jokic with the rebound. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From downtown, Nurkic with the block.
A defensive anchor. I mean, you got to admire how Nurkic uses his wingspan to turn shots back.
calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Offline. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, we welcome you, D.A.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Jokic in at the 5. And for Phoenix, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. Now, here's Bridges. That's good from Paul on the assist from Bridges. And of the early surprise teams, Doris, some have fallen by the wayside, but some may be for real.
And isn't that one of the most exciting aspects of any season, Kevin? You watch a team perhaps outperform expectations. We see a good team take that next step and become a real threat for a title. Like, there's so many storylines that develop over the course of a long season. I can't wait.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Barton's got his second bucket.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions? This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Now here's Paul. He had 16 points in the win against Charlotte.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Here's Jokic. Ayton trying to break free. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Murray with the bounce pass. To the left side wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's Ayton. 14 points from him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
Denver passing it around. Outside, Porter to the inside. Pass to Gordon. And here's Jokic. 5 to shoot. Over Ayton. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Suns still looking like they're getting going here. 4-point game. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these 2 teams met, and really free throws were the story.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Passes to Gordon. And stolen by Ayton. Booker with no one around. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And stolen by Ayton. For the 3. No good from Booker.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Jokic with the steal. Murray the pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
How effortless is a dunk for Aaron Gordon? He's ready for takeoff, gentlemen.
Booker looking around. In the corner, Crowder with it. Pass to Bridges. Puts it up from 7, and it's good off the glass.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
It's Jokic top of the key. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Baseline J on the way. Buries the jump shot. 6 points for Jokic.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Paul. The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
You have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Booker against Barton. Ayton, the pass to Booker. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Al Paul. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Gordon for 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be...
The guys on the team are already tough.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Carter, the pass to Šarić. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way, and gets the position he needs to make a play. And Dario Saric, the homie, as he was known in Philly, a Croatian finesse forward for this team.
You know what I love about Dario is here's a big man who can space the floor with his shooting. He can balance that with an ability to make plays off the dribble. He's a really sneaky cutter and a very opportunistic rebounder. I mean, this is a big man who will contribute in a lot of different areas.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Kaminsky with the bounce pass. And slam dunk by Šarić.
Well, what I love is the aggressiveness of Dario Šarić, making sure he leaves no doubt.
Murray right side. It's stolen by Šarić. One-on-one here. Here's the teardrop. Payne can't hit.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Johnson, off target at the rim. The Nuggets leading by 11. Down low. Murray, good. And that's 12 points for Jamal Murray.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Carter dishes to Sharch. The pass to Kaminsky. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now here's Sharch. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Sharch has got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is a shot Dario Saric can make in his sleep. Give him the mid-range, he'll knock it down.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray.
Since the break, he's come back strong, really making his presence felt.
10th in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Ayton, he's checked in for Sharch. Jay Crowder comes in for Frank Kaminsky. And it's Booker in for Payne. Ayton, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Ayton's got 8 points.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there. You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range. And while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
From 13, Denver grabs the miss.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Galloway dishes to Booker. Inside. Here's Ayton. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. The Nuggets leading by 11. Here's Jokic. He had 16 points in the win against Atlanta.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's, even back in high school. Shot 47% as a senior.
And the dunk by Booker.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. It's Barton with the drive. McGee. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Shooting foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And so it's Denver, 13 points up.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 2 assists.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. To the middle, here's Ayton. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Well, DeAndre Ayton, incredible size, incredible athleticism, and refuses to go down easy.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Your son, Cole Gregg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective.
Oh! Wow. Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Will not go. This is off the front iron. Suns trail by 10. Stolen by Gordon. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Takes the 3. Kept alive. And Murray with the second chance points.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Here's Paul. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Porter. Here's the break. Feeds to Gordon. Jokic high post. And the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got 10 points.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
To the paint. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Barton outside. Kicks it out to Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Nuggets in second.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Saric has checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Carter in for Devin Booker. Here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
Here's Saric. Shot is good off the back rim and in. He's got 6.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're going to get a good look no matter what.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
Here's Saric. Tries again. They shoot again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, give Saric a lot of credit. He attracted the defender's attention because he looked determined to score it.
Some changes for Phoenix. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Langston Galloway comes in for Carter. And it's Payne in for Chris Paul. Deep 2 from Murray. No good on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, great look there. Credit Galloway with the vision to spot the open man.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Shoots the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Saric has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Galloway. Basket counts. Galloway has got his first 2 points of the night.
Just streaking in, Galloway making the most of that one.
It's deflected. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
And how about the numbers on Paul Millsap? How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Suns trail by 7, and so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Payne looking around. Out to the right wing. And stolen by Murray. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody down. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's his first trip to the line.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Jay Crowder's checked in for the Suns.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 2 points. That one goes. Galloway has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For Phoenix, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Crowder kicks to Kaminsky. Pass to Galloway. Here's Payne. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Love the determination by Murray on defense, really doing his best to pester these shooters.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with. They've got Nikola Jokic. Jermichael Green is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Jamal Murray.
Well, you can see, guys, how much confidence DeAndre Ayton plays the game with. This is especially so on the offensive end.
Jokic with it to the inside. Crowder with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Suns. Ayton, the pass to Payne. Back to Ayton. And he banks in the layup.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Murray left side. And it's Murray with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
Some changes for Phoenix. Bridges, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Paul in for Cameron Payne. Murray against Booker. And it's Murray penetrating. Add another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
Out left of the wing. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 9-point Nugget lead.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And the dunk by Booker.
I'll tell you, let that guy get ahead of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
Murray with the bounce pass. Pass to Jokic. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And Phoenix making a change here. Sharge is checked in. Gordon's checked in for Denver. Down low, Jokic with the steal. Porter finds Jokic. Over Saric. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. Poke loose. And here is Paul. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
To the middle, here's Jokic, and the shot goes down. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. You know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Inside, Jokic with the steal. Murray with it, now guarded by Booker. Murray kicks to Jokic. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. To the middle, Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nuggets.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And on the season, this is going to be their third win in 4 games against this team.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jamal Murray.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Saric against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Barton surveying the floor. Back to Jokic. Clock at 6. From 15 feet away. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Good chance here for Booker. Money from the wing.
These types of shots speak to the confidence of Devin Booker. Catch and shoot, no problem.
Now Jokic. And another miss by Denver. No good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
Well, Kevin, Devin Booker.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder, and it's Paul in at point guard. Lillard with the bucket. Now, we saw a play-in game during the 2020 season in the bubble. Brent, do you want to see more of that going forward?
I think it's pretty exciting, Kevin, to have everything on the line like that, where it's win or go home. And it's a little bit earlier than we're used to, but man, was that exciting last year.
Ayton misses off the right iron. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got 5.
Now there's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
Paul looking around to the inside. And Ayton the bucket on the assist by Paul.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Can't get it to fall.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Ayton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
It's a pretty high percentage shooter from there. Ayton's size and touch, it's a pretty tough combo to go against.
Lillard with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
From past the arc. The shot comes out, so Phoenix will take it the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
Covington down low. He's covered by Ayton. Covington with the bucket.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Ayton, good, and Paul gets the assist. Ayton's got 6. Trailblazers leading by 3. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum from outside the arc. Hits it from 3-point range.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
Lillard against Paul. Pass to Bridges. Booker in the corner. 3-pointer. No good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And the basket by McCollum. 5 points in the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Bridges. Here's Booker. 3-pointer. Lillard with the rebound. Outside, Covington. The pass to Powell. Back to Covington. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. Over Ayton. And the rejection by Ayton.
Nice timing as Ayton's up there for the rejection.
And it's Lillard missing.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Crowder. The shot, no good. Good D by Covington. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. So for the Suns, Saric is checked in for Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges, and it's Payne in for Paul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The offensive rebound kicks it out to Jones. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Sharks looking around. Over Kansas. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yes, Saric always finding a way to be effective, gets open and sends the jumper in.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Greg, we know many.
I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
We got Carter. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Saric. Then it's Johnson, and it's Payne in at the point guard position. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Out to the wing. Payne finds Saric. Back to Payne. Releases from 15, and he overshot that one, missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Here's Kanter, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Kanter's got his second basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Down low, here's Saric. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got his 5th rebound in this one. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum against Carter. He shoots again. Here's Kanter. Here's McCollum. Nails the baby hook. McCollum's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Scooped up. For Portland, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Jones. Kicks it out to McCollum. Lobs it up for...
Lightning.
That was incredible.
And while not a huge leaper, Kanter does have enough length and athleticism to make a play like that simple.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Phoenix. And that one, good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Misses off the left iron.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Portland.
Out to Anthony. Lillard outside. In the corner, Powell with it. Over Carter. Portland no good that time either. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's Kaminsky. Out to Carter. Passes it to Payne. He feeds it to Kaminsky. Excellent D from Cantor.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
The shot by Anthony, no good. Suns trail by 14. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Craig can't get it to go. Powell finds Cantor over Kaminsky. Here's Covington, takes the 12-footer and hits.
Like the execution there from Cantor, usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to two. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how does... And that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Booker the pass to Crowder. Now Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Booker. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Paul with the ball. Now Covington defending. And there's another turnover by the Suns. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. That wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Well, Booker can mix it up. Once he's got a lane to the hoop, he jumps all over the defense there.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. It's Covington on the wing. And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
And Devin Booker had surgery on that right hand back in the summer of 2018. Took the opportunity to work on his left hand, and ever since, his game has just gone to another level.
You wonder how much confidence, GA, he's had in making plays, not only scoring the ball with the left hand, but assisting with the left hand, and what that's opened up for him in terms of opportunities to be more effective as an offensive weapon.
Paul right side. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
That's a sweet spot for Paul. That zone between the arc and the paint might be his favorite. A career 50% two-point shooter.
Here's Lillard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
McCollum against Booker. Lillard scanning the floor. Four on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him. There's the lob to Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
To the paint. And that one's good, Ayton. Ayton's got 10.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Deflects the pass. It's Covington on the wing. Jones the pass to Lillard. Count it.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Suns have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Paul. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers leading by 22. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target from outside. The Suns shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. Here's Ayton. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. McCollum outside. Back to Nurkic. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Gotta keep tracking down the balls, tracking down the rebounds.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Charge is out there with Johnson. Then it's Payne, and it's Galloway in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Kicks it to Lillard. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts. But I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
And that one falls from Saric.
Well, Saric enjoyed an unbelievable amount of success overseas, and it's amazing how we continue to find these great international stories and how much the sport continues to scour the globe for this kind of talent.
Lillard from outside. That shot misses. The Suns go the other way with it.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Johnson, the pass to Saric. Shot clock at 6. Johnson, a wide open look from outside off the mark. Portland leading by 21. Pass to Powell. He kicks to Cantor. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony against Johnson. Anthony dishes to Powell. And taken away by Johnson. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
There's the feed to Crowder. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Mikal Bridges checked in for Johnson, and Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Paul against Lillard. 5 on the clock. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. It's good.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Inside. That's tipped. Back to Galloway. Banked in off the glass. Galloway has got his first points of the night.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Lillard outside. From the arc. Cantor dishes to Powell. Lillard against Paul. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Crowder pulls it in. Suns trail by 17.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident looking performance for the Trailblazers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Lobs it up for Cantor, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
Now, these nights last a long time. When you just go out there and you outwork your opponent, you know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight, it's going to come in a win.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Now, Booker is a special offensive player, can score, and starting to show his playmaking.
McCollum passes to Cantor. Lillard outside. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Count it, good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
A nice shot by Booker.
Now, Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
Here's Paul. Off target. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for D.A.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And stolen by Gordon. Barton with it, now defended by McCollum. And that one clearly a foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
2. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Jokic slams it in.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Lillard. 22 points in the win against the Raptors in Toronto.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Murray finds Gordon. Outside Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Passes to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Tries again. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
You got to give them an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Pass to Jokic. And Covington sends it back.
No, sir, not today. Don't come in here. Covington not having it.
Stolen by Cantor. McCollum dishes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Quarter, no luck. Trailblazers leading by 4. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Covington against Gordon. Here's Lillard. He has 5, and it's good for 2.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
Now here's Powell, following the miss by Jamal Murray. Back to McCollum. Canner, high post. Outside, Covington. Pass to Powell. A 3-ball. And no good that time. And the Nuggets going the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Basket good.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Wide open look here for Murray. They can't stop the run with that one. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together, staying with it, staying positive.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gordon out there with Green. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Paul Millsap. Here's McCollum. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
To the inside. It's stolen by Anthony. And now Portland on the break. The tray. McCollum no good. The Nuggets trail by 10. The jump hook. The rebound by Simons. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And the basket by McCollum.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. And again, Denver no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum outside. Here's Nurkic. McCollum outside. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Inside, Millsap with the steal. The drive by Green, Anthony with the block. Millsap finds Green. And here's Barton. He's guarded by McCollum, and it's good. 2 points. Barton's got his first points in this one.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
McGee, the pass to Barton. Stolen by McCollum. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. And Jones slams it in.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Denver shooting their first foul shots of the night here. First free throw is good. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Nurkic finds Anthony to the left wing. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Nuggets trail by 16. Now Murray laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Murray's got his third basket of the night right there.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Lillard from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Boy, you don't see bigs with Jokic's skill level very often. His athleticism, very average, but he still can throw it down if he has to.
Shoots from the baseline, but he recovers it. Outside Porter. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Covington. Good D by Covington.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Portland. Enjoy. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They are leading by 12. Jack, how do you think Portland played?
Bishop.
That's all for now. Say good.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. McCollum kicks to Powell. No good on the triple.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Now the pass to Jokic. Fires for three. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Trailblazers leading by 12.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And Lillard gets double teamed. It's Covington on the wing, defended by Gordon. Over in the corner, Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And part of what makes Dame special, he can pour it in working off the ball. Rare to see a point guard who finds points without the rock in their hands.
Barton finds Jokic, takes the 13-footer, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Covington dishes to Lillard. Back to Covington. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player, can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lobs it up for Kanter. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Count it.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Passes it to Kanter from 11 feet away. Rebound by Murray.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Kanter, the pass to Powell. And yes, it's good. Powell's got 7 points in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team. And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
Here's Simons. Millsap grabs the miss. In the corner, it's Gordon. Millsap down low and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Kanter. It's not going to go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it.
I really like that he didn't shy away from the contact at all. I mean, he was determined to get to the basket, no matter who was offering the resistance.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. And Denver with a change here, too. McGee's checked in.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Pass to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tips it up, and Kanter able to finish. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Lillard attacking, and the shot goes in. Lillard's got 14 points for the game.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Here's Murray. Right side Millsap. Pass to McGee. Barton kicks to Gordon. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Jones, that's for 2, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Portland enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Porter in at the 3. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good off the front iron. The Nuggets trail by 12. And that one's good. Jokic.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Anthony right side. Now here's Lillard. He feeds it to Cantor. Jokic with the steal. Porter bounce pass for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Murray with the defensive effort. The Nuggets shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Back to Barton. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Lillard finds Anthony. And stolen by Barton. And now Porter pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Now you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Count that one.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
Murray surveying the D. On the wing, Porter. Fades back. And it's Jokic missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Out to Anthony. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Porter.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
And the first one drops. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Gordon's checked in for Paul Millsap. And it's been said that history is written by the victor. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, in the NBA, in basketball in general. One guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys: Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings. The measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. 4 on the clock. McCollum dishes to Covington. And the baseline jumper, no good. The Nuggets trail by 12. Porter looking it over. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. McCollum outside. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for C.J. McCollum.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Buries it from three-point range.
Another way that Jokic keeps pressure on the defense is that he can spray home a few threes if you don't keep an eye on it.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Covington kicks to Lillard. The pass to Carmelo. It's McCollum on the wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Gets the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
For 3, Murray. And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.
with or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to. He's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard. And for Denver, Jamal Murray is out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Porter. And it's Gordon in at the power forward. Now here's Murray. Following the shot by Chris Paul. Barton passes to Gordon. Out left to the wing. Here's Jokic. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Off the inbound. Around the league, Doris, we're seeing plenty of small ball, but some teams are going big. If you were a coach at this point, which way do you think you'd lean?
Well, Kevin, I think the best coaches maximize the talent at their disposal. And sometimes a coach philosophically may believe in, I emphasize the three-point line. I want to eliminate all mid-range shooting. I want to get to the restricted area and the free throw line. I mean, to me, I love playing a high-tempo, wide-open floor game. Let's let the players show off all their skill.
Up again. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Murray against Paul. Over Murray.
Love the determination by Murray on defense. Really doing his best to pester these shooters.
Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Booker with no one around. Off target from outside. The Nuggets have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Pass to Ayton. Stolen by Gordon. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, the activity of Aaron Gordon, so solid at reading the opposition and taking his chances.
And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Cameron Payne's checked in for the Suns. Here's Booker. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about the ability to adjust after the contact? Booker, the score in the and one.
And the Suns making a change here. Sharge is checked in. The Nuggets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And Murray, here we go. The kick out to Porter. The 3. And no good. The Suns go the other way with it. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
Now here's Saric. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Ayton against Porter. Ayton inside. And Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Here's Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Ayton following the basket by Paul Millsap. Shoots. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Denver in the lead. Murray, the pass to Green, and Green slams it in.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Saric. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Mike Kaminsky, he's checked in for 8. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. Langston Galloway's checked in for Booker. And it's Carter in for Payne. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Saric. Here's Millsap. Denver passing it around. It's stolen by Kaminsky. He kicks it to Carter. 30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Johnson from outside. And the Suns miss again.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Murray, good.
Got to do better against Murray if you're on D. Even from way downtown, he's incredibly accurate.
From deep. Denver gets it back. Goes back up. Here's McGee. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the second free throw, good. Seven seconds left here in the opening quarter. Just 3 on the clock. Galloway with the bucket.
You know, at 6'2", Galloway has got size, but he combines that with athleticism, and that's how you attack the rim right there.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Denver on top. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but...
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
They've got JaVale McGee, Gordon out there with Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Nuggets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Pushing it up. Here's Gordon. Back to Jokic. Over Kaminsky. And it's Jokic missing.
Boy, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
A second chance effort, and Kaminsky lays it up and in.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
Here's Jokic. Got it from 16 feet.
Nice touch on the jump shot. Jokic's shooting ability changes his team's definition of spacing.
And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Another miss by Jokic.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
On the wing, Gordon. Back to Jokic. Fires top of the key. Good work there as it goes. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Galloway, no good. The Nuggets leading by 6. Pass to Jokic. The offensive rebound. The second effort. From outside the arc, McGee. The tip in on the offensive rebound. McGee's got 5 now.
And they continue to control the glass.
And there's the pass to Johnson. Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Another miss by Jokic.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. The drive by Jokic. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's Gordon missing. Suns trail by 6. Kaminsky kicks to Carter. Plays it up and banks it in. Carter's got his first points of the game. 1:21 left here in the second. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Stripped it away. There's Galloway. He averages about 5 points a game. It's hauled in by Gordon.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And Burton throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Left side, Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Jokic inside. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Carter. And now the Suns, a fast break. Carter leading the charge. 2 points. That one goes. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Jokic draws the double. Right side, Gordon. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Galloway. Martin with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Count it.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Galloway. Hands it from downtown. Galloway's got his second bucket of the night.
Perfect example of Galloway's ability to stop on a dime and drill the jumper.
And a close game. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Off target with his 3.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Here's Booker, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
It is so difficult not to bite on the up fake of Devin Booker. He's that good a shooter, boy. I don't blame you, defense. That's tempting.
Both free throws good from Booker. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
The kick out to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Will Barton, and it's Green in for Aaron Gordon. Jokic against Paul. Wide open look here for Murray. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And stolen by Murray. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Rebound by the Suns. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. A shot by Crowder, no good. Denver leading by 3. Murray outside. The drive by Jokic. And another shot. Porter passes to Green. Back to Porter. Murray for 3. Again, the miss by Murray.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
When Chris Paul gets into the teeth of the defense, make no mistake, this guy's in attack mode because he wants to go to the foul line.
So for the Suns, Sharch checked in for DeAndre Ayton. And it's Payne in for Devin Booker.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now here's Murray. He's got 7. Takes a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. 10 points for Jamal Murray.
You gotta love whenever Murray goes straight up with the jump shot off the pass. He's so good at reading the defense.
Payne uses the glass to finish the layup. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Murray kicks to Green. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Nuggets now. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. Outside Porter. Here's Millsap. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
The crafty veteran likes seeing Millsap be aggressive and really force the defense to get physical.
1:57 left to play in the third. Down low, here's Paul. Lays it up off the glass. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Jokic. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Now here's Payne. Jokic defending. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Nuggets. Barton comes in for Jokic. Johnson, he's checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Chris Paul. Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. Shoots over Payne. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Well, that's the bread, the butter, the main course, Booker's move, and the catch and shoot money.
Here's Murray, and the layup's good off the glass. Murray's got 12 in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Sharch, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Sharch has got his second bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Murray. Sharch grabs the board. And here's Sharge. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Booker the pass to Crowder for the lead. And it's good on the layup. Crowder's got the lead up to 2 now for Phoenix.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And it's Murray penetrating. And the shot is good. 14 points for him.
I think Murray's toughness gives him an edge on drives. He just doesn't back down.
And the dunk by Booker.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Murray, good.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Denver. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Denver, we've got Will Barton, Gordon out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Murray in at the 1 spot. To the paint, and it's Barton that time on the assist by Millsap. Barton's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Denver. Booker in the corner. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. Millsap's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Sharge dishes to Ayton. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. No good that time. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's foul number 2 for him. Jokic, he's checked in for Green. And the Suns also making a change. Mikal Bridges checked in for Johnson. Here's Murray. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Passes it to Booker. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. And he banks in the layup.
And they found the touch from the field here in the 2nd half. It was a struggle in that first.
Murray kicks to Jokic. No good with the triple.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Booker finds 8. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Porter's checked in for Denver. Paul's checked in for Phoenix. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. The putback, Booker pulls it in, and the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Here's Ayton. Barton with the rebound. Barton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to the right wing. Here's Jokic. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Crowder, he's checked in for the Suns. The Suns trailing. Paul passes to Booker to take the lead. They get it again.
Well, there's a level of athleticism and length, so Mikal Bridges works hard on the glass and good things happen.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And taken away by Paul. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Booker's got the lead up to 2 now for the Suns. Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Jokic. Gordon trying to break loose, and Jokic gets it to go. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. The Suns have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. No good from outside. The Nuggets shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby. 38%. Ball against Murray. Here's Jokic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
To the wing on the left, and stolen by Barton. Here's Gordon. Count the basket.
Aaron Gordon wanting the ball with the game and the balance in crucial moments. How big time is he?
Here's Ayton. Rebound by the Nuggets. Barton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Jokic with it, now guarded by Booker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Here's Booker. Ayton trying to break free. No good from Booker. And stolen by Booker. And it's Ayton missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And Millsap is a team player. Someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Here's Paul. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
That's a statement from Chris Paul. He understands game is in the balance. It's my time.
Yes, that goes in.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jokic with it. Right side Millsap. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And it's Jokic missing. And it's Phoenix's ball. They trail by 6. Got it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, he can hit big shots. Booker's about as confident a young man as we've seen when the pressure's on.
Here's Ayton. Count it!
But DeAndre Ayton is engaged. He's focused, and he delivers a clutch bucket.
And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
my team correspondent should stick to my team.
Someone showed me play 3. I'm starting to get...
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point guard. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. Lillard with it. Chris Paul covering. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Gets a hand on it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Here's Paul.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Now, here's Lillard. He had 22 points in the win against Toronto. Makes it off the glass.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. On the wing, Booker. Covington with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Paul outside. The pass to Booker. Launches a 3. Powell pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Covington passes to Lillard. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Paul surveying the floor. Pass to Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Well, it is a long season. We know that. And the All-Star break provides Greg some respite. But how do you keep your body fresh as we're heading down the stretch here?
Kevin, you got to listen to the training staff. I mean, first and foremost, teams are getting more advanced, measuring when players are wearing down and trying to protect them. All the tools are there, but you've got to take advantage. And the other thing is mentally, you've got to be fresh. It's not just about your body being fresh. So sometimes you need to be able to shut the brain down in terms of the game and get your focus elsewhere.
The Suns shooting their first free throws of the game.
He's a proven winner. I mean, it's easy to appreciate the skill set of Paul, a masterful shooter and a clever defender.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The shot's good from Cantor.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
The Suns trailing. Paul outside to the middle. Here's Sharch. That shot misses. Excellent D from Cantor. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Jones checked in for Powell. And for the Suns, Johnson, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Paul. Sharch looking around. Crowder, the pass to Booker. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
McCollum dishes to Cantor. McCollum against Saric. Cantor kicks to Jones. Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Payne. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Johnson. Pass to Booker. 4 on the shot clock. Can't hit from 12.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results just have not been there.
Outside, Jones. Phoenix grabs the miss. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
And when they kept getting all those gifts, they took advantage. Turnovers don't mean anything unless you turn them into points.
Here's Booker. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Booker's got his second basket of the game.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
It's all tied in Portland. And we've got more NBA action on. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy.
I think he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony, also Enes Kanter out there. Jones is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2-guard.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Here's Galloway. No good off the back of the rim.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony Simons. Andre Ayton's checked in for the Suns. Powell finds Cantor. Lillard looking around. The putback, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Here's Galloway. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Will it go? And Ayton with the nice bucket inside.
And using that 7'5" wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
Lillard the pass to Cantor. Now here's Powell. Takes the 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Suns trail by 5. Carter outside. Passes it to Craig. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Anthony kicks to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Got a piece of it. Outside Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Powell.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Galloway finds Kaminsky, and that one's good. Ayton.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Anthony. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Lillard. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor, and McCollum subbed in for Anthony. And the Suns here with a different look. Sharch has checked in for Kaminsky. Mikal Bridges comes in for Torrey Craig. Chris Paul's checked in for Langston Galloway, and Cameron Payne subbed in for Carter. There's a minute 47 left in the first half of basketball. Back to Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. To the left side wing. Lillard left side. Yep, that one goes.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
Nurkic against Ayton. The quick look, no good that time.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Lillard outside. Back to Covington. And stolen by Ayton. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Payne with it. Covington's there. Sharch has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Bridges with the steal. Feeds to Paul. And Covington sends it back. And he's able to get it back.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay-in.
To the paint, it's stolen by Sharch. And so it's Damian Lillard making. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 3
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1. Here's Booker. Following the score by Damian Lillard. And the pass to Crowder. Covington with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Nobody near Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Ayton, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's 8 points for DeAndre Ayton.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 17. He kicks to Powell. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bridges. They get a hand on it. McCollum outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Second chance shot. Covington, and they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And it's Ayton missing. Trailblazers leading by 11. And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display from McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Outside Crowder. Back to Bridges. Over to the left wing. Paul against Lillard. Paul can't get it to go.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
McCollum against Booker. McCollum outside. Basket counts.
You got to respect the intelligence of McCollum, a pro at utilizing the pick and roll. You can't let him get into a comfort zone.
Paul dishes to Ayton.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Phoenix, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's McCollum. Banked in off the glass. McCollum's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
34 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Simons. He's covered by Ayton. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The Trailblazers shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Ryan Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Langston Galloway comes in for Carter. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. The shot by Sharch, no good. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 17-3 run. McCollum outside. Here's Simons. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with it. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Anthony. Frank Kaminsky making his last shot. The drive by Anthony. Pass to Simons. That one good for two. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Doubled by McCollum. Galloway, the pass to Payne. And it's Portland with the rebound. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. Fires from 14. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Suns trail by 20. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Kanter's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Here's Galloway. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Trailblazers leading by 18. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. He dishes it to Jones. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Payne dishes to Kaminsky. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
Well, I mean, at 7 feet tall, Kaminsky is a load down there. He's good at drawing fouls.
He misses the free throw. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now could exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deal, and they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
Al Paul, after the missed three from Damian Lillard.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Enes Kanter.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
Al Paul, after the missed three from Damian Lillard, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Powell. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. For three, Booker. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Paul outside from past the arc. Lillard with the rebound. From deep three-point range, and the miss. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.